Alrighty, wonderful world. One before going to sleep. Yeah, so I hope you had an incredible day and you did wonderful stuff. So I was mentioning find your teacher. Yeah, so in terms of find your teacher in whatever suits you, one thing though, be careful. Right, so as you know, everyone wants to try selling their stories, manifestation methods, stuff, right? Based on my experience, not all works. In ways, I'm pretty sure that there should be something that works for all. Like when something works, it works. However, you might find something like, oh yeah, it's like you feel that resonates and everything, but for some reason, then afterwards does not work for you. It's because it keeps you stuck within and you're looping within something again. So I'm not saying that this has not worked before for them or someone else, but it does not work always, and therefore, like, wait, what? And then people make uh, programs out of this, and they sell it. It's basically like a. I'm not so sure. Have you heard of the pyramid scheme? So they always make money, and so. However, I'll just give you one example. Like, let's say manifestation, right? So, um, as you might be aware of, you should stay in higher frequent states, right? So let's say something did not work for you. So because humans, right? So you have ups and downs. There is no two same days that you feel exactly the same, right? So it's there's always something. It's like you wake up and it's completely like yesterday I felt like wow, today, yeah, this changes the wave, in, out, we set planetary alignments. So much going on. So within this, how can you always feel good? Like, doesn't matter what. Impossible, right? So you have dynamics. It goes. Right? That's okay. Yeah. So, as you might be aware of, or might not, so when people are talking most likely about manifestations and stuff like that, something that works, you always have to be in high states. Doesn't matter what, don't cling to anything like, wow, I'll get rid of like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, and there is truth in that, that you shift to the positivity of it and you find something that works for you. However, whenever you say, oh, but this has not worked for me, and the most common thing ever, so they will ask you, did you have a bad thought? And when you say, like, yes, it's normal to have a bad thought, like it comes in and goes, well, there you go, that's why it didn't work. Like, yeah, sure. Be careful, right? So don't get like immediate into something. Consider it, like watch, observe for a while, like, and the saddest thing is that these people that they make money out of you. You want to help yourself. I'm not saying this helps you to a certain point. So whenever you're looking for your teacher, like, yeah, it's better should be good. But whenever you're looking again, when you're looking from low frequent states, guess what you find? And when you look from high frequent states, guess what you find? This differs in ways that a little bit hard to explain. But it's good. So I would, as a suggestion, advice, don't spend a lot of money on stuff like this. As I said, knowledge is free. Like, and just keep looking and do not give up. Like, if you didn't find it at first or second or third, no, that doesn't mean that it's not there and it's not free and it's, don't give up. Once you give up, you lift the tents. You stop believing in that what you're looking for exists. And again on this I can relate, you might see a person that mines, under the earth, like, under the ground, and like goes, and he gives up, like there's no gold here. And on the image you see like it was one more hit and the gold pile was there. Well, that has a story to it, but it's, yeah, I think that you get it. So you fail when you give up, like you say, you didn't fail, you just don't want to do it. But that does not mean that others don't want to do it. This is why I'm saying, like, it's worth it. It's just keep looking. And the other thing, if you're tired of looking, like, take rest. It's okay, rest, but don't rest in guilt and like feeling bad and like whatever. Bad wants you feeling bad, and then guilt wants you feel guilty. Not you. You want to feel good and stuff. So where is it? There is it. And we talked about these frequent states and stuff. Just be aware. And I'll repeat, evolution is happening, you want it or not. And we will come to understanding. Like, all this will unfold. Be patient. Yeah. And just observe, watch. Like, it's okay. It doesn't matter, like, good times, hard times, like, everything comes and goes, like, passes, and it's fine. Yeah. However, everything's are, so it's all lessons that shape our character within. So what does not end you only makes you stronger, and therefore you should feel more strong and more unstoppable in ways that suit only you. And these are like tailored in ways like your path. Holy moly, I told you, like, I thought I understood something regarding this, and step by step as it's unfolding, like, yeah, sure. And I will repeat as always, like, whatever is that makes you happy. All right. So what you think it makes you happy, it's only what you think. There is always better for you. So, and as I said, everything comes and goes, it doesn't matter. So, this walnut comes and goes. So, comes and goes. Everything. Now it's here, and sooner or later not. There you go. So, and everything with it is like that. Like, it doesn't matter what. So old buildings and everything, like, oh. And you is what matters. Alright? So, and don't be scared, don't worry. Like, you always have a choice. It doesn't matter how it looks. And life is so wonderful. And what I'm talking about, it's the truth. It's rising. Finally, It's like I have the feeling like the whole life, I was waiting for this moment, to happen. Because, like, people, like, I never understood, like, the ways of, like, why others make decisions that they do and everything. Like, for me, it never made sense. However, I was okay with it because, they want me to be okay with it. And then people ask, confirmations, like, oh yeah, you think like this and like that, and you and me are the same, and you're sure that's what you think? Yeah, so, again, this goes in ways, like, but it's not important at all. You is what is important, and that not to give up. However, like, we talked about physical reality, that's everything that is here and now, but there is much more that you can't see, but exist in frequent states and different states of beingness. And there are things in afterlife also and beyond. But on this, I said I'll do different subjects, so it's not relevant to this now, because why should we go after? Let's leave that for after, And there is people who talk about after. I talk about here and now. And I'm talking about possibilities that as awareness, as an evolution, that we are evolving in ways that you can understand this more, and that this can help you. That you get more out of life, but more that is meant for you in ways that it's not what it's beyond. And one is better than the other. However, people have, most of them stop believing, and the same way I did, but might be for different reasons, and yeah, we call them hard times and this and that, but nothing ends you. You wake up the next day. Well, if someone does have no luck, and yeah, have you ever heard that someone talks to like spirits and people on the other side? And I'm not so sure how much you're into these kind of things. Like, wow, it's pretty interesting, I would say. However, it's not like a story for all. Yeah, but there is a lot of things actually going on. And again, you don't need to be aware of it all. Be aware of like what you want to be aware of. But I'm saying it's not just what you know. There is more. So what is that you don't know that you don't know? Yeah, and that blank is the empty space that can be filled with anything. As for every what and how, there is already an answer. Answered. And yet, most of the people are repeating the same questions and patterns. So what is the lesson there? Exactly. Yeah, so have the most wonderful sleep ever, and wake up refreshed and energized into the first day of the week. Or the last one. However, into the new beautiful day. And I hope that you will be part of it, as up until now. So sleep tight, good night, and yeah, don't forget to count the sheeps. Alrighty, now, as a reminder, you can sit on the corner of your bed and say goodbye to the day. Be thankful for the things that are worth being thankful for, and the ones that trigger you, everything as it is. Thank you, and think about it like, that's it, this is it, it's done. What is that you could do differently, and what is that you would do differently? I don't know if you're praying, or to who are you praying? Are they saying something to you? Do they get back to you? I'm just curious on this, like, are you getting answers? If yes, like from who? I'll talk about this also in the future. Future is now. No, as I said, I could go on, but simplicity. And let's wait as everything unfolds, because we enjoy the beauty of this now. This is the journey itself, as it goes. So, because like if you say it all like, oh yeah, this and that, but where's the joy? Like, it all happened and nothing. Allow it. And see for yourself. That's it for today. I'm pretty sleepy. Like I do a little sleep, but it suits me like amazing. Yeah. I started wandering a bit, and I went like for a second throughout my day. It's so many wonderful things like constantly happening, and it's just sometimes overwhelming, because I ask myself like, do I enjoy it like to the fullest? I could always do more and more and more, but if you do always more and more and more, you're consumed by it. You always want to do more, and you're trapped. You do not have time to allow it to enjoy or to, you always have the urge that you have to do something that you don't feel guilty, of like not doing, oh yeah, because I want something, I'll do this, like, oh, and then you get stuck within that. And this one is not coming because you don't have room to land because you're overbooked with stuff. This is also a little gate on manifestation and stuff. But again, some of you might understand this really well, some of you not, but this is again like yes, no, And for those of you that might find this a bit difficult to understand, it's okay, yeah, give it time. It's no pressure. But again, you have to allow, new information. Once you, oh no, it's most likely from ego, then that's, based on belief systems. And again, ask yourself, what is it you don't know that you don't know? You don't know, right? I'm not saying that there is not stuff, there is, but not all is for all, but in ways, yes. Again, yes, no, they complete each other. La la la. Good night, la la la, and sleep tight, la la la, and I'll see you soon, la la la, and yeah, la la la.